Alright guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on Project Urgot once again. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I don't really have too much in mind. Oh, it started a little bit later. Okay, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be starting on Project Urgot, or working on Project Urgot again. And let's go ahead and get started. So I don't really know what I have in mind just yet, but I was kind of blocking this out yesterday. Not really sure. We did change the concept a little bit, so that's kind of being worked on. This kind of bottom part is going to be tweaked up a little bit, but most of the upper body of the model should remain the same pretty much. So we're just going to be focusing on that upper half since I don't want to work on stuff that might be changed. I'm not really sure what this part is, like a vent or something, but I'm just going to try to make it accurate to the concept. Okay. I wish I could get it more blocky looking. I'm not sure how to do that. Let me try trim adaptive. No. Trim dynamic. Okay, kind of. It's not too shabby. No music today because I wanted to kind of try some different things. If you guys remember that Dua Lipa song that was playing during the ad, I actually got claimed for it. It's crazy. So I'm going to be removing that part, or just muting it. So yes, you can get claimed from ads. It's kind of insane, but yep, it happened. Okay, I mean, I'm not too worried about details right now, because again, really just using Zbrush for blocking. This part needs to be a bit longer. Okay. Then I want to go in and add some angularity with the curve, AccuCurve. And just ever so slightly pulling out those edges. And turn on back face. And delete the high resolution so that I can Dynamesh. Just kind of smooth things out. Get a nice piece. Cool. Back. What button did I hit? hit a button. I cannot rotate my camera. That okay, now I can. Is this okay? Lock transformation on camera. I've never used that before. Hello, legends. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you here. Okay. And it looked like in the updated version of the concept that this part is still there. These bullet things might be removed. So I want to create this part here. And what I'm going to do is just when will the Katarina mode? It doesn't work. You want the Katarina mod? I'm still kind of working on it. Like I'm not exactly finished with the textures just yet. And I don't like to put stuff out that's not finished or, perfect in my opinion. So she won't be out yet. I still want to do like finish up the textures some, and then also work on some of her animations. Okay. I'll place this here. And compared to the model, should be smaller. Just making sure to look at the concept and the model at the same time, so I can roughly get that lined up. Looks like there is like 2 tubes here, so I want to make one and then duplicate it. Let's go ahead and do that. And it looks like that goes underneath whatever vent thing we made. Make sure I have AccuCurve off. Yep. No, I think these parts might be too big. Yep. Just gonna drag this part down. Get back our back face. Kind of add back some of that missing thickness. delete subdivisions, and then I'm going to increase the resolution on the Dynamesh and Dynamesh. There we go. I really prefer to use Dynamesh a lot more than ZRemesher because I feel like ZRemesher takes a little bit to get to like the poly count that I want, whereas Dynamesh, like I can be any resolution and just immediately get a result. I think Dynamesh takes a little bit of time by comparison. ZRemesh, right? Yeah. So there we go. I'm duplicating and then I'm going to kind of round it. Like it has to come around the event. And I guess meets right there. And I'm going to add, bring my back face mask on and just tidy things up. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to Dynamesh this piece. I hate that they have blur on Dynamesh by default. I don't like using blur. I want it to be as clean as possible. And I think it has like a rounded end, or that could just be the angle and it's like a part of the tube that has like a little bit of a beveled edge to it. I think it might be a part of the tube. I think that makes more sense. But I don't think it really matters right now, because that's something I will worry about when I get to the retopology phase. I'm going to mirror that. And then we're reworking this lower part to kind of, we're going to create like a new base for where all the legs connect. So I don't want to work too much that part. Let's see. I guess we could do this shoulder. I'm going to duplicate this piece and then make it smaller. Not smaller, but slimmer. And then since I don't have like a side view of that arm, I'm just gonna have to guess what that looks like in 3D, which is fine. It does look like it's a little bit skinnier. And it has like, I guess, a metal piece that kind of connects it. And I'm gonna go here and add toggle back phase. Just kind of shape it up. Okay, I want to extend just this lower edge. It looks like I can, thanks to this gizmo. A little bit, and it looks like it kind of goes upwards, kind of curves out like this. Even if it's not fully represented in the concept, sometimes doing these like curved upward edges can be really good for the in-game, just to make sure it looks good from all angles, especially that top down. Let me turn on just Y rotation so we can just rotate like that. Otherwise, if it was flat, it wouldn't really give him much of a silhouette. So I think it helps to do that. Okay. Then I'm going to duplicate this larger armor piece, tuck this one under, make it a little bit smaller. Okay. Make sure I don't have backface or the curve. Okay. Let's go ahead and activate curve. Kind of has like this hexagonal end shape. Okay, so roughly positioning that in place. Looks about right. Now, yeah, just need to figure out like, okay, maybe I just angle it upwards and it disappears. There, I think that works. Yeah, not too worried about the details. And then I want to do, I think I want to block this out in Maya. And I could just roughly block in the shape. Let's grab a cylinder of those leather straps. I think that thickness is good. And then one down here. Sort of roughly right there. And then just kind of evenly space these out. So what I'm going to have to do is extend this sleeve just a bit. Let's see. Tuck that in. Now his arm is getting pretty thick. That's going to be a problem for whenever we start retopologizing, because he does actually move this arm quite a bit, I think. So I can't like get it too close to his torso. What I might do is kind of rotate it, maybe, because I can actually rotate bones if I'm working with an SKN. SKN and SKL are the model files that Riot uses for skinned meshes. So the SKL is the actual skeleton, and the SKN is like the bound mesh, for those of you who do not know. Ooh, mode lint process. I don't know what that means. But welcome to the stream, Pararu. What is mode lint? Is that a slur? Let's Dynamesh. Keep it high, no blur. I want to smooth those edges out. Let me turn off the legs here. Kind of blocking my view. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna activate symmetry. I'm gonna try not to rotate the arm, because that could make things annoying later. Let me make it to mask pen. Mask lasso. Mask that out. What sculpting program is this? This is Zbrush. Yeah, I don't know what Blender sculpting is like. I tried it once and was not a fan. But maybe I just didn't know enough. Zbrush is literally made for digital sculpting, so if you're really serious about it, this is definitely the program. Okay. And I'm just gonna tuck this leather piece, trying my best. I think what I'll do is, let's see. I'm gonna make auto poly groups because they're all currently like one group, kind of. Okay, grab this, mask it out, show the hidden, invert mask, and I want to like rotate this like that, kind of into the other leather strap. Okay. I think that's fine. Maybe I'll tuck this chest piece in. Okay. That should be fine. Let's grab the arm, kind of tuck it in a little bit. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I tried sculpting anime heads at first, and they always look like beans when I did it in Blender. I can't sculpt for shit, but OMG, you make it look so easy. Thank you. I'm glad I'm making it look easy. Yeah, anime is kind of hard to do in 3D, I feel like. I don't know, I tried kind of doing it, and it just wasn't working for me. I prefer to do stylized stuff. Like, for me, that just seems a lot easier, and it makes sense. But I don't know, when I make like anime stuff, it kind of feels like it looks like a beginner kind of head. Like it's not very well formed. The nose is like not typically the normal shape you'd see. It's like a triangle, but it's also like blending into the face. It's weird. I think if you're starting out at first, you kind of want to try to go for cartoon or like stylize. Stylize might be like the best kind of middle point. If you go hyper realistic, like that's probably there's no way it's gonna look good off the first sculpt. I feel like doing realistic stuff takes time and a lot of practice. It's also a lot more subtle. That was not mirrored, so let me mirror that. Okay, pretty happy about this block out so far. Let's check out the helmet again. So, yeah, we got that shape going on. Gonna grab AccuCurve and just tuck in that metal piece. I don't know if I dynamite. Okay, I did. Take a water break. Okay. Okay, I'm unmuted. Cool. It's kind of weird what this helmet does. I think I'm not gonna follow the concept exactly because this looks like a very it looks like an orthographic kind of view of the helmet. And I have to be careful about that because I want to make sure it looks good from all angles. And it kind of looks like this is flattened, the view that we have on the helmet. So there's not much of an angle here. So I kind of want to be close to the concept and make sure that all the shapes and stuff are lining up how they should be. But at the same time, I have to keep in mind that the different views that we'll be seeing the model in. But let's see how this part sticks out so much. If I do that, I don't think it'll look as great from the back view. Side view is fine. front view obviously is better, more accurate. But yeah, like the back view just keeps going out and out. And according to the concept, it like kind of blends into the head. So I guess that might be fine. Let's grab my Aki curve. Oops. And pull that up. Guess we're gonna try and pull this out more. Now it's getting like really thick, which I don't like. There is like a cut here. So maybe yeah, I don't think it was really well thought out. The danger with concept art is like you really have to keep in mind of that 3D view, because otherwise your stuff's not going to be like very helpful for the 3D artist. They kind of have to end up figuring stuff out, and it may not look exactly like the concept. So to you concept artists out there, always think about that 3D view and make sure your drawing actually makes sense for it. Obviously, I don't want to rag on this, on the concept artist that made this, because I mean, they probably don't do too much. So I'm using smooth groups here to kind of get that sharp edge. So kind of in the side view, we'll be able to see that red horn popping out, but then now we're gonna have this like metal bit here that makes sense with that back view. And then it also makes sense that it connects to the head in that way. Hopefully the concept artist doesn't take issue with that. I think it looks fine. Again, it's getting too thick. So I need to figure out, I think it's the back. Oh, okay, I see. Make sure I don't have Aki curve or back face. And I'm just gonna like try to make it more skinny. Okay. Tuck it back in. All right. Let's go here and smooth out this little piece. Metal piece. Dynamesh. Okay. Maybe I can do like a Poly group. UV. Group by edges. Group front. I don't know. It's not going to do what I want it to. That's okay. We won't worry about it. Alright. Now I want to add these handles. So I'm going to model it in Maya. I think it'll be easier. And let's grab polygon, I guess. Cylinder. Now, since these are low poly, I might reuse it for the retopology phase. So I'm not gonna like sculpt it out. Okay. I'm just gonna give like a slight bevel. And then extrude again. About that big. I'm going to extract these faces. Center pivot. And then rotate this one. Whoa. The heck? Why is it doing that? Let's reset this. Maybe that's the problem. What? What the heck? Rotate 90. Oh, is it because it's in a group? Probably. That's weird. Ah. Select all, delete by history. Take it outside of the group, delete the group. There we go. Cool. Now you know how to fix that problem if you run into it. Let's go into the front view. And let's grab all this, mirror. Oh, I actually should have grabbed this part and just rotate it horizontal. I want to keep these edges lined up. And I also want to line up this, with these vertices with the bottom edge here. Okay, same thing here. And make sure to delete that cover, the cap. I'm going to switch to drag mode for the select. Delete. Might be UV, nope. Okay, select by faces, that's fine. Oh, I just realized this is a little bit higher poly than I wanted, but that's fine for now. So I might actually just end up retopologizing after I get it out of Zbrush. Okay, what was I gonna do? I was gonna take these faces, center pivot. Hello, center pivot, okay. Just shrink it. And now, let's hope that this does what I want it to. So we're gonna bridge this. I switch it to blend and add some divisions. 4, I think, is fine. Maybe 5. Can also try curve. Bridge offset, no. Okay. I guess blend works best. So 5 divisions. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Blend, 5 divisions. Cool. Now I can mirror it. And we have our piece. Let's make it all one material. Harden, soften harden edges. I think I want to make this a little bit taller. Okay. Center pivot, export. Gonna call this handle. And then we're gonna import into Zbrush. Let's see, make a new poly surface. Import handle. Okay. I'm gonna put the pivot like right there. And just roughly position where it needs to be. It looks like it's in between these two armor pieces. So let's do that. I think it needs to be thicker. Let's see if that looks right. I don't think I should have made this taller. Shoot. Let me see. Where's that like pivot thing? Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Okay, that looks right. Then I'm gonna mirror it. And let's add some thickness. It's not that thick in the concept, but since it's going to be in game, I want to make it a little bit thicker so we can actually see what that is. And I'm going to rotate it sort of slightly at an angle. Now, I think there is an issue here. I'll make sure I have the curve off, okay? Just bring this up. Okay. And then we're going to do that metal piece that connects the armor pieces. Because I think where they're at are perfect, and I'm pretty happy with the shape they have. So now we can layer on top of it. You can see there's like screws on it as well. I think I do want to add those. but they also might not be too necessary because they're so small. I could probably just like texture it on. Okay. Might curve it a little bit. And just make sure it's angled. Looks nice from all angles. Okay. That looks good. Mirror it over. Okay, and then we also have this additional handle, I guess. And I'm also going to do that in Maya. So I'm going to use the Create Polygon tool for this one, and I'm just going to trace out like the orthographic front view that we would see. So I think it kind of angles itself like that. And then like the middle is kind of like a curve. And then it goes straight at an angle. And that top part, somewhere around there. I'm gonna make this part taller. Trying to follow the concept, but also keeping in mind that in-game view. So that looks about right. And then what I'm gonna do is extrude, but also kind of pull it out, give it like a beveled edge. Hello. Transform. There should be like a blue square that's showing up. Okay. Man, that middle part's getting messed up. Why? Maybe what I need to do is merge. Soften. Looks like this vertex is not meeting up there, so that's why. Here as well. Yeah, that's the problem. Also, for some reason, the other faces are inverted. I'm gonna grab all this and reverse. My voice is cracking. I need water. Okay, let's reverse everything. And again, try to give that beveled edge. Transform. Cool. It's not going to listen to me, but that's okay. Because what I can do is just grab that vertex and line it up like that. Super easy peasy. This vertex. Cool. And then it looks like these are also not lined up that well. So I'm just going to have to guesstimate. I don't know why this middle part is giving me so much trouble. I mirrored it, I merged the edges. Or I merged the vertices. Just Maya things, I guess. So I'm hitting the D key to move my pivots. turn off X-rays so I can actually see. Not too worried about perfection here. Just kind of roughly shaping things how I want it. Okay. And this is a pretty low poly piece, which I like. So I think I'm going to reuse it for the retopology. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the UVs. So that should be very easy. And I'm not worried about shaping up the backside here because we're not really going to see it in game. I'm going to center my pivot and export. Handle, helmet, just to give it a different name. And we're going to import it into Zbrush. Yep. Handle, helmet. Move that pivot. And we're going to place it. And I'm going to hide the previous handle so I'm not confused. So it looks like it comes down here, maybe. I think what I have to do is actually move this cylinder back a little bit. Angle it. I also want this piece thicker. Okay. I think there's like a tube that goes down, so I don't want to interfere with that. Do you do the modeling based on the proportion of the base skin to make the rig easier, or do you make a new skeleton and animation target? No, I always work from the original skeleton. And that's how Riot does it too. Sometimes they'll make a new skeleton, but it's really like ineffective. Or not ineffective. Yeah, I guess ineffective because like they have to remake the animations or retarget, and it's just a lot of work every single time you make a new skin when you could just reuse the same skeleton over and over. They've been doing that a lot more with recent skins. If you look at an older champion like Riven, she has like a new skeleton for almost every single skin, which makes no sense at all. Most champions they reuse that same skeleton. It's only different when it comes to legendary skins and ultimates. Because in those instances, they actually do kind of reanimate, at least in most cases. Just to give like extra special value to that skin. So I want to kind of grab, what is going on here? Jesus. Symmetry. Why is it going in like that? So weird. Whatever. So I want to make this cable part, block that out. Sometimes the program just doesn't want to work with you and you gotta work around it. It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Okay. So I'm gonna put that under the middle. I'm gonna get rid of this shoulder armor so I can see. I mean, I think it makes sense to connect there instead of like down in the neck. Let's see. Because it goes at a straight angle. So it would be like here, but then they would need it to form like that. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Sure. Does this guy have it? No. I mean, I think it's fine. In animations, it's just gonna like squash and stretch, which is fine. Okay. Let's add back those handles and the armor pieces. Where are those? Armor piece, okay. I don't know why the pivot is doing that. Sticky mode? Nope. Whatever. Okay, and I'm gonna slightly like bend this around the shape. Don't care too much that it's not 100% to the concept. See that? That looks good from different angles. Otherwise, from before when it was just straight, like, I mean, it's okay, I guess. But this makes more sense with the curvature, I think. Maybe. I can always go back. Gonna wrap up the stream here pretty soon because we're almost at that 1 hour mark, but I appreciate you guys joining in and giving me some company. But yeah, I mean, I think that's it for today. We did a lot. We worked on the shoulder armor, we worked on this front. And yeah, things are really shaping up well. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Again, thank you for popping in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you ever want to be notified about my streams. And yeah, that's all. Bye. Toodaloo.